Temptations Work for Our Good by Thomas Watson. And we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are the called according to His purpose. Romans 8, verse 28. Even temptations are overruled for good to the children of God. A tree which is shaken by the wind is more settled and rooted. Just so, the blowing of a temptation does but settle a Christian the more in grace. Temptations are overruled for good in 8 ways. Number 1, temptation sends the soul to prayer. The more furiously Satan tempts, the more fervently the saint prays. The deer being shot with the dart runs faster to the water. When Satan shoots his fiery darts at the soul, it then runs faster to the throne of grace. When Paul had the messenger of Satan to buffet him, he says, 3 times I pleaded with the Lord to take it away from me. 2 Corinthians 12, verse 8. That which makes us pray more works for good. Number 2, temptation to sin is a means to keep from the perpetration of sin. The more a child of God is tempted, the more he fights against the temptation. The more Satan tempts to blasphemy, the more Satan tempts to blasphemy, the more a saint trembles at such thoughts and says, "Away from me, Satan." When Joseph's mistress tempted him to lust, the stronger her temptation was, the stronger was his opposition. That temptation which the devil used as a spur to sin, God makes a bridle to keep back a Christian from sin. Number 3, temptation works for good as it abates the swelling of pride. To keep me from getting puffed up, I was given a thorn in my flesh, a messenger from Satan to torment me and keep me from getting proud. 2 Corinthians 12, verse 7. The thorn in the flesh was to puncture the balloon of pride. Better is that temptation which humbles me than that duty which makes me proud. Rather than a Christian shall be haughty-minded, God will let him fall into the devil's hands a while to be cured of his swelling pride. Number 4, temptation works for good as it is a touchstone to test what is in the heart. The devil tempts that he may deceive us, but God allows us to be tempted that he may test us. Temptation is a trial of our sincerity. It argues that our heart is chaste and loyal to Christ. When we can look a temptation in the face and turn our back upon it. Many have no heart to resist temptation. No sooner does Satan come with his bait, but they yield. They are like a coward who, as soon as the thief approaches, gives him his purse. But he is the valorous Christian who brandishes the sword of the Spirit against Satan and will rather die than yield. The valor and courage of a saint is never more seen than on a battlefield, when he is fighting the red dragon, and by the power of faith puts the devil to flight. That grace is tried gold, which can stand in the fiery trial and withstand Satan's fiery darts. Number 5, temptations work for good, as God makes those who are tempted fit to comfort others in the same distress. A Christian must himself be under the buffetings of Satan before he can speak a word in due season to him who is weary. Paul was well versed in temptations. We are very familiar with Satan's evil schemes. 2 Corinthians 2, verse 11. Thus he was able to acquaint others with Satan's cursed wiles. 1 Corinthians 10, verse 13. A man who has ridden over a place where there are bogs and quicksands is the fittest to guide others through that dangerous way. He who has felt the claws of Satan, the roaring lion, and has lain bleeding under